I went on a blind date, but the one who showed up was a young married woman. She said she had a daughter 5 years younger than me, and asked if I would mind. As soon as I saw the photo of my former school beauty girlfriend, I quickly replied that age wasn't an issue. Yet, the young woman stated that if I didn't mind, we could get married right away. This sentence directly fried my brain. Realizing only then that she was my blind date, I panicked and tried to run, but before I could take 2.5 steps, I was forcibly shoved into a car by two burly men. The young woman followed closely behind, then instructed the driver to head to the Civil Affairs Bureau. This almost scared me into wetting my pants. "Sister, kidnapping is illegal," I exclaimed. Ling Wang chuckled, then gently caressed my cheek, causing my blush to rise as I hadn't held a girl's hand in 18 years. "Why are we going to the Civil Affairs Bureau?" I asked. "Of course, to get married." "What else?" she replied. I thought she was joking, but the next moment left me stunned. Ling Wang pulled out 2 household registers from her bag, waving one in front of my eyes. "Isn't this my family's household register? Did my mom sell me off?" I exclaimed in disbelief. "Impossible. I am good friends with your mother. She gave me this because she likes me, so we can get married right after the blind date," she explained. My face turned ashen in an instant. It seemed my mother had incurred quite a debt. Otherwise, with my stunning looks, why would she worry about finding a suitable match? I turned to Ling Wang. "Ling Jie, can I find you someone else? Please let me go." Ling Wang looked offended. "What do you mean? Do you look down on me? If you agree, I'll give you 1 million yuan in monthly allowance, buy you a house and a car. My company, worth 200 million yuan, will be yours in the future. Or do you think I am too ugly to match you?" I frantically shook my head at her words. In fact, I was immediately attracted to her upon first meeting. Her beauty leaned more towards maturity. I unconsciously scanned her curvy figure, which appeared to be in her early 20s. Being so close, her fragrance even had me a bit mesmerized. I sighed. "Honestly, Ling Jie, you're beautiful and rich, but there's a huge age gap between us. Your daughter could be my girlfriend. And have you even asked your daughter if she's okay with this?" Ling Wang understood my implication. "You're not bothered by my age, but by my being married, right?" I felt embarrassed, as it was indeed what bothered me. I had a bit of a mental hang-up. Being a virgin myself, the thought of marrying someone who was married before and had a daughter made me feel uneasy. I felt ashamed for sounding so high-minded, but also sincere. However, to my surprise, Ling Wang didn't feel sad but instead laughed. "It's just a mental hang-up. Actually, I have an even worse one than you." At that moment, my mind was truly in fog, but Ling Wang immediately saw through my confusion. "Do you think I am lying to you?" she asked. "Having such a grown daughter, and yet claiming to have had a mental obsession with cleanliness since childhood. Actually, I've never been in a relationship, let alone married. I adopted my daughter from an orphanage." Ling Wang's words startled me. The school body's daughter was adopted. Thinking I might not believe her, she produced a certificate. "Your mom knows too. Do you want to see it?" In fact, I already believed her. There was indeed no reason for her to lie. It would only be uncovered sooner or later. As we approached the Civil Affairs Bureau, Ling Wang looked at me intently. "I've already told you everything about my situation. So, one last time, do you want to get married?" Upon hearing this, I fell into deep thought. In terms of appearance and family background, she was the top choice. Yet, the idea of being the father of a school beauty made my heart flutter. Seeing my silence, Ling Wang assumed I was reluctant, then my mind was torn. "Are you sure about this marriage?" Ling Wang nodded vigorously. With no further hesitation, I gazed at the marriage certificate in my hand. This soft rise was truly delightful. Then exiting the Civil Affairs Bureau, I found myself lost in thought. Just as I looked up, a grand villa appeared before me. "Ling Jie, is this your house?" I asked, only to have her wrap her arm around mine and ask, "Now that we're married, shouldn't you change the way you address me?" I felt a bit awkward. From morning, when I left home, to noon's blind date, and now married in the afternoon, I was still finding it hard to adjust. Suddenly, Ling Wang leaned in close. "We've already got the certificate, so don't bring that up now." She then led me towards the entrance of the villa. A man in a suit waited there. Rushing forward upon seeing Ling Wang, "Miss Ling, your villa purchase contract is ready." Ling Wang took it and handed it to me. You were asking where we'll live, right? Sign this contract, and it'll be our home from now on. The manager, He Duncan, who overheard this, was stunned. Lin Wang, the chairwoman of a company worth $4 million, beautiful and capable, was a dream come true for many. He too had harbored fantasies, hoping to be noticed and ascend to the pinnacle of lifedom, but he never expected to see Lin Wang accompanied by a man, their hands intertwined. Gone was her usual aura of authority and coldness in the business world. It seemed as if she was deliberately courting this man. It was utterly bewildering. Honey, why are you just standing there? Sign the contract, Lin Wang urged. He Duncan was hit hard by the revelation. How could they have gotten married so quickly? Yet, Lin Wang's words left no doubt that they were already legally bound. This beautiful flower had been plucked. He Duncan was filled with resentment. The man in front of him, discernible from his attire as a nobody, was only exceptionally good-looking. He longed to swap places with me, and win the boy's heart.